Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Today we again will take a look at the euro currency. So as you can see, this was really not much clarity from the Donald Trump speech, and markets across the board have shown reaction correspondingly. So as you can see, actually on Friday we haven't got any significant actions, significant changes. And this is just supports the idea that the major driving factor for the current retracement is uncertainty. And as it's still here, this market will spend some more time probably in this retracement. So whether we want this or whether we do not want, but we will have to deal with this retracement, and probably for some time we will abandon our longer term view in the perspective of the larger pattern. So as you can see, here we have the butterfly and some other ABCDs that point on the 1 or 2 targets, monthly targets, and patterns point on the parity. But currently, guys, the situation seems so that mostly remains the boat with the engines off. So in that point where this downward reestablishing its market to really reestablish downward trend, investors probably were ready for just support the previous tendency and taking the course on the parity, but suddenly it happened so that this was really lack of clarity. So inauguration was coming closer and closer, but no real inputs, no real new information, hints on what really Trump intend to do has happened. So some different rumors here and there. So just a closing of the Obamacare program, some stimulus, tax cutting, his meeting with some plans with the workers and the supporting of giving some speech on supporting the domestic producers, hints and rumors about the possible fees on the European cars import and something of that sort. So that all this stuff brought a lot of uncertainty, and when investors was just one step from reestablishing this bearish trend in the parity based on the different in the fiscal policy of the Fed Reserve and the European Central Bank, they said, wait a minute, so what's really will happen and what changes will come? And they just stopped this trend continuation. And here we have come to conclusion. Recall our weekly research here. We said this probably market will turn to deeper upward retracement, two-leg retracement. The market mechanics has changed, was changed, and market step on the road with the deeper retracement. Right now, it's like the boat with the engines off. When the captain is watching for the maps and choosing the direction, and boat is just drifting and waiting for action. That's what we have on the euro currency. So that retracement probably will last a bit more, and in terms of the high targets as in terms of the time, by these reasons, because the major driving factor is uncertainty case here, and since it stands still here, maybe till the next Fed meeting, or maybe some earlier somebody will tell something about financial program of the Donald Trump administration. But currently it's still here, uncertainty, and that's why the boat is continuing drifting with the engines off. Engines will be on when the clarity will come and investors will choose this direction. That's why, as I said, dealing with such behavior with choppy and sloppy action is a part of our job, and of course it's much better to deal with the directional actions, something of that sort. But that's also the part of the game, guys, and we have to keep an eye on it and make an analysis on the this behavior, trying to make the conclusion on what to expect, what targets could be met by the market, and making the forecasts on the coming week. So, speaking on the pure technical picture, mostly euro currency here keeps idea of the further upward retracement, guys, because currently we do not see any signs that could say the opposite. No patterns have been formed, no signs showing that probably the retracement is over, and that could put the shadow on the perspective of the reaching of the next target. And just to remind you, the next upside target stands at 108.30. That's the major fib level here. That's the yearly pivot point. It's also monthly pivot resistance one, and this will be also daily overbought. So currently you can see market is not at overbought. Also take a look at the reaction, guys, how market reacts on the confidence resistance. So at first touching of this area, market has bounced down, retested the monthly pivot point, but still stands above it, and returned right back inside of the confidence. This tells that market still has some power to continue move higher, and probably this will happen on the next week. Trend is bullish on the daily chart. That's why, guys, currently we do not see any signs that makes us think that probably retracement is over. So we think that retracement probably will be continued in the next week. That's what we have on the daily chart. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have the most stable picture. So this pattern that we already are talking about for probably 2 weeks. So we have the butterfly that's stands very close to the first targets, 107.35. So also we have inner ABCD pattern, ABC bottom. So also it should be completed right here. The behavior around this flag pattern we also have discussed. That market has broken up, retested it, and continue move high. So this also the bullish behavior trend on the 4-hour time frame chart is also bullish. That's why here again we also do not see any signs of some weakness or any hints on the possible failure or reversal. Also take a look how market stands nice with the resistance and support areas 1 or 6. So first was resistance here, then it was broken up. Support again, market's moving high. So that being said, on Monday, probably market should complete this 107.35 area. For example, it could form this pattern. So on the hourly chart, it could finalize this action with the butterfly. As you can see, it has target around 107.50, 107.45 area. It's 127 extension. Also take a look, that will be weekly pivot resistance one. That's why probably on Monday, Tuesday, market will deal with this butterfly and complete the targets that we have on the 4-hour time frame chart. After that, just minor reaction could happen on these targets. And as we expect, it's probably market could continue to the next targets, 1618. And this butterfly will finalize the retracement that we have on the daily chart. This will lead us to a really significant resistance. Yearly pivot, as I said, major fib level, monthly pivot resistance one, overbought. So that will be the major target on the daily chart for the retracement action. So that's what we will be watching for the next week. I do not know whether the market will reach this target right on the next week, but chance exists this really could happen. So we will see on the pace of the upward action. But on Monday, Tuesday, probably this 107.35 should be hit. So that's what we will see currently on the euro currency.